Hello everyone, welcome back to some more EU4. I honestly can't stop playing this game. It's like, I did a little test game as Austria. Played until like 1471, I got a PU over Hungary. Passed the first reform. I want to play more EU4, that's the thing. But I feel weird playing it without recording it now. I've kind of ruined it for myself. So I'm recording this a few days after the Revolutionary Germany game ended. I'm not sure when it's going to be uploaded. I'll probably have this sitting on my hard drive for a while, but I want to play more EU4, so let's roll! We're going to be playing as Austria, we're going to set the bar low, we're going to form the HRE and possibly do a world conquest. How about that? We will be playing on normal mode, no lucky nations. And that's pretty much it. We're not going to play with any easy things. We're not going to play in Iron Man mode because, well, screw that. I want to have my save backups in case anything goes wrong. I prefer that way. We'll honest man it instead of Iron Manning it. Just like the last game. So yeah, we're going to be focusing on the Italian peninsula, like, until 1490, because we are going to have to deal with the Shadow Kingdom. It's going to be a bit annoying. Now, we've got a bunch of rivals set up. Oh dear, we've got an abysmal setup. Burgundy rivals us at the beginning. That's kind of annoying. Because, you know, I would like the Burgundian inheritance at some point to fire. That would be great. I'm sure we can get them around to us. But we'll have to get rid of the fact that they consider us a rival. It's not a deal breaker, but it's going to make things complicated. So for our rivals, I would like Venice. Because we will be doing a lot of fighting against Venice in the early game. To counter the Shadow Kingdom event, we will have to take Verona, Treviso, and Friuli from Venice itself. We can also get a mission to get Istria. So we're going to be fighting them a lot in the early game. So getting a bunch of power projection from having Venice as a rival is going to be vital here. Honestly, part of me was sort of tempted to re-roll because Burgundy rivaled us, but honestly, we can surpass such a simple thing. That is not going to be much of a problem. Now, other rivals. It's going to be interesting. I'm probably going to go with Denmark, because Denmark is the overlord of Holstein, or Holstein, over here. And they are part of the HRE. So I want Schleswig and probably Holstein, although Holstein's gonna get annexed soon, so Denmark will basically have control over that province, which is not considered part of the HRE at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna have beef over that. And then we can see that, you know, a lot of land in the HRE is currently owned by people not in the HRE. Most of it is currently owned by Burgundy. Burgundy has a personal union with Brabant and Holland over here. They own the lands of, you know, half of Burgundy over here. Bit of Provence. So yeah. We also have a province belonging to Venice in the HRE. So we'll have to fight Venice over that at some point. Now of course as Austria we are leaders of the HRE. And we will be forming the HRE because we are amazing. And I literally think that AI Austria does a terrible job. Anyway, back to second rivals. Definitely Denmark. And then I'm not gonna rival Hungary, because I would like to be friends with Hungary. I want to ally them. I want to get a royal marriage with them. In my test game, I managed to get a PU with them within like 10 years. So we definitely want that to be a thing. We're not gonna rival Bohemia, because we might be able to get a PU over them as well later on. Even though they're a large nation, we're not going to do too much fighting in the HRE itself. We'll mostly fight to break up wars and, you know, expand towards Italy. Eventually we'll have to fight for Rome against the Pope. That is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see if we can counter the Shadow Kingdom event itself. I'm sure we'll be able to pull it off at some point. I might go and rival Provence over there, because we should be able to surpass them quite easily. Which should mean a bit of power projection for us. Anyway, that is that over and done with for now. We don't start out particularly wealthy, so we're not going to hire an advisor just yet. We've got Emperor Friedrich III von Habsburg over here. He's okay. He's got less aggressive expansion impact, which is going to help us against Venice in the early game. We have an admin focus set. I'll keep that around because I would like to get ideas quickly. We'll get into ideas as we get there. Austria, with its Austrian ideas, is very well geared to being the emperor. The first thing is Imperial Authority Growth Modifier plus 10%, so if we take a look at the HRE interface over here, we currently get Imperial Authority by 0.18 per month. That is going to be the currency we need to pass these Imperial reforms. We need to pass 8 reforms in order to form the Holy Roman Empire into a single country, which is our goal. That is going to be 400 Imperial Authority, not counting the authority we need to get over. You know, we might not always pass with exactly 50. Sometimes we'll pass at like 55 or something, for example. So that is going to be a challenge. Thankfully, there are ways. Currently, you can see that all the electors rate us at minus 1100. That's because we don't have an heir yet. As soon as we get an heir, the electors will consider us for re-election. Because, of course, we need an heir to elect as the next emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. So yeah, there you go. We're going to be stationing our army like on the border with Venice, probably. Just because we don't like them very much. Aha. So we get a couple of missions to start us off with. We can improve our prestige for 100 admin power. It's possible. We could also solidify our papal relations. We're going to be doing a lot with the Holy Seer over here. I'll probably try to become Curia Controller quite soon. Because the Curia Controller is able to break royal marriages without losing -1 stability. And since we are going to be doing the diplomatic game, we're going to do a lot of royal marrying. Being able to break those royal marriages early on, if we don't get the disputed succession, is going to be very helpful. Anyway, speaking of royal marriages, I would like to royally marry Hungary. Because it should be very easy to get a personal union with them. Bohemia also currently has a very interesting scenario here. So we'll send we'll ally them to get us above the +20, -20 threshold over here so that we can get a royal marriage with them. That'll be great. Anna is our new empress. We've royally married Hungary, they approved, and we are allied to Bohemia. Bohemia is one of the electors, so, you know, that is going to help us maintain one of the 7 electors to vote for us. To get re-elected, you mainly need, like, 3 or 4 electors, depending on how the people vote. Currently, everyone is back in Bavaria. Or rather, almost everyone. There's like 5 out of 7 people. Assuming, like, Saxony keeps voting for Brandenburg, Brandenburg's gonna vote for themselves because they have the backing of someone else. But yeah, we need to maintain a majority vote over here, so if everyone votes for themselves, you need like 2 people. In this case, we would need... Well, I'd probably go to support, like... I'd probably try to win Saxony. That would remove Brandenburg from voting for Brandenburg, but oh well. We'll take a look at that later on as we get more concerned. For now, I'm going to take the mission to improve our papal relations. Because our relations with the Pope are not the best. Now, the thing with being Catholic, and we're going to stay Catholic for this playthrough, the more the Pope likes you, the more papal influence you get. Papal influence allows you to get things like gain mercantilism, gain diplo reputation for 20 years, gain yearly inflation reduction, which, you know, we have a gold mine, actually, in Tyrol. As one of the few countries in Europe we have a gold mine, so yeah. Inflation control is definitely going to be important for us. We could get extra manpower recovery speed, we could get free stability points, gain indulgence for sins, for extra legitimacy, that sort of thing. So we're going to be doing a lot with the Pope. And preferably become the papal controller early on. Later on, once we get the ideas to help us, that is not going to be quite as important. But for now, it's a stepping stone. You know, it's a good ladder to get there. Oh well. Actually, like one of the strongest nations in Europe at the moment. although we are not considered a great power. A lot of people will be trying to ally us. Just like, you know, if you are playing as, for example, Brandenburg, you want to keep Austria as your friend for as long as you can. So that you don't get imperial demands, you know, for territory that you take. An alliance from Aragon. I will go for that because Aragon is a strong nation. There we go. The Kingdom of Italy and the Empire. So this is the Shadow Kingdom event. Unless all of the regions of the Kingdom of Italy is part of the Empire before 1490 and stays inside it until 1550, the states there are likely to leave the Empire. So before 1490 we need to take Friuli, Treviso, Verona. I'm pretty sure Romagna, Urbino, Umbria, Rome, Ancona. Maybe... I'm not sure which other province it is at the moment, but yeah. We basically have to control all of this land. And it has to be directly or indirectly in the Holy Roman Empire. So that's why I rivaled Venice. We're gonna do a lot of fighting Venice. That is gonna earn us a lot of prestige and things like that. Let's see, we do have a... oh, they just got a Waldstein on the throne. Well, let's royally marry them. They should now have a consort of our people. On monarch death, they will now get a von Habsburg on the throne. Now, the sooner we spread our dynasty around, the better it will be for us. Hell, we could even try and get a royal marriage with Poland. Although Poland doesn't really like us at the moment. We can work on it. You know. Ooh, yes, I will take an alliance offer from Hungary. Because Hungary still has an interregnum. So hopefully... Yep, they've already got a Habsburg heir. There we go. It's that easy. I will accept a marriage offer from Aragon. So we can hopefully get our dynasty on their throne. Although, that said, Spain, Castile rather, might be able to get a PU over Aragon and Naples at the same time. In which case we'd have to royally marry Castile and try to get into their good side. We'll also probably try to improve relations with Burgundy pretty soon, because Burgundy is going to be an interesting one. Ooh, national epic. I would love that. Gain some extra prestige. Prestige is useful for, you know, making sure your dynasty gets on the throne of other people. Basically, the short of the so-called Game of Thrones is that you want to have high prestige and high development. If you have high development, you can become the defender in a succession war. If you have high prestige, there's more chance that your dynasty will appear on the other people's thrones. So combine that with royal marriages for profit and personal unions. We're going to be hoping that Burgundy unrivals us at some point, because then we can royally marry Burgundy and get an 80% chance that if the Burgundian inheritance fires, we get an 80% chance of inheriting their lands together with France. So that would mean we own parts of Holland, Breda, Flanders, and Burgundy itself, which would strengthen us and secure, you know, the fact that we'll be fighting France a lot. That's pretty much where we're going to be fighting most of our wars, I imagine. And then we could add all the provinces belonging to France, and currently England over here, to the Holy Roman Empire, which would get us a lot of imperial authority. Adding provinces to the HRE is a good way to secure extra imperial authority. Also, being at peace, making sure you have 8 free cities, and having lots of member states. Basically, we benefit from having a lot of tiny countries around. So for example, Alsace is as valuable to us in the HRE, imperial authority-wise, as Bohemia. Silesia, still being an independent thing, is good for us right now. Although they'll probably get annexed at some point. Same goes for Holstein, that sort of thing. We might be able to release them in a war later, because I might declare war on Denmark if they're not looking too good. Poland just got its personal union over Lithuania, basically cementing that we'll have to do a lot of wars against Poland as well, which isn't great. But they do have a Jagiellon on the throne now. We could royally marry them, although I'm pretty sure we'd have to support our heir to get a person on the throne in Poland. We might actually do that. Because, you know, being able to claim their throne later on would be able to secure us a personal union over Poland and Lithuania. Or the Commonwealth, if they annex Danzig and Königsberg. That basically means they morph into one giant blob. We have an heir, a 113. He's not the worst. I'd prefer someone better, but hey. Now, we see that we have 3 people voting for us currently. Cologne is back in Bohemia, although they like us more, so they should switch around to voting for us, which would lead to Bohemia voting for us. And we also have the backing of the Palatinate, so at the moment, as soon as Bohemia and Cologne switch around, we should be able to get a majority and get a re-election happening. I'll say... Oh, the Holy See just changed. Okay, that's okay. Doesn't really bother us that much. We'll want to improve our relations with Saxony later on. They are currently back in Bohemia, which makes a lot of other people back Bohemia. That said, at the moment we'd probably be fine. Now, because there's a lot of internal peace happening right now, we get a lot of extra imperial authority, which is pretty great. That is going to help us out a lot. Let's see, how do we support our heir better? Venice just put a claim on Gortz, okay. Improving diplomatic reputation and relations with the country will increase the chance of our heir being better. That would not be a bad thing. At some point, they might go for the decision that establishes one dynasty as the total dynasty, which would be pretty bad. Unless we get a Habsburg on the throne, in which case we pretty much have a guaranteed Habsburg line of succession over here. They do get a standard boost of 10 on their heir, that's annoying. Oh well. I think we might pull out of that for now and just secure our succession in the Holy Roman Empire by getting the backing of Saxony. I might go for a royal marriage with them at some point. That would probably help us out as well. We're currently a little bit in the red, although I'll probably fix that at some point. I don't want to hire an advisor. You know, they're good advisors, don't get me wrong, and the extra points would help out massively, but we can't really afford it at the moment. We're gonna send a diplomatic insult to Venice as soon as we get our... Ooh, they're going to war in Albania. That means their troops are leaving. I like that. Provence is no longer a valid rival. Haha, I knew it. That's why I rivaled them to begin with. I'll probably rival... I don't want to rival Hungary. They like us a lot. I don't really care about rivaling the Ottomans because we're not going to be fighting the Ottomans for a long while. But getting a nice early extra power projection boost from Provence is going to help us out a lot. I like it. I don't really care about rivaling England because we might be able to get a personal union over England or Great Britain later. And that would get us a very easy way into the colonies. You know, we want to own the entire world. Colonies included. Let's see. I'll probably rival France. France at the moment is currently divided. So that would be quite alright. I don't want to rival Burgundy, like I said, because we want to get a royal marriage with them to secure the Burgundian inheritance. I'll rival France, yeah. And you know what? We'll send them a diplomatic insult. They're currently ranked second among the great powers. Let it be known that Austria is very suicidal. Yes, I think this will work quite nicely indeed. Saxony is slowly swinging around to the idea of electing us, which is good. The higher our legitimacy and things like that, the more chance we have of getting re-elected. Prestige also helps. Being a large nation in the HRE will also give us a boost by default. The more imperial authority we have, the more likely people are to vote for us as well. We did just lose the backing of the Palatinate, but we'll be able to get that back soon enough. There's a lot of peace happening currently, so we're building up that imperial authority quite nicely. I like it. We're going to humiliate rival against France. Alright. We can see Aragon's king might die, and we might be able to get a Habsburg on the throne there. Currently a noble... Oh, you're excommunicated. Oh dear. But yeah, on monarch death, a noble from House de Voilà from France will succeed to the throne. Because they have more prestige than us. No, they don't. Huh. We have more prestige in France, but... I'm pretty sure we got a marriage in them before France. Yeah, so there's not too much known about the whole Game of Thrones behind the back, so to say. But having high prestige and things like that will help. Improve relations with Salzburg. Ah, this is the mission that you're looking out for. Improve relations with the Elector of Cologne. Gives us 10% extra imperial authority for 10 years. We're going to pull our guy back from the Pope, and he's going to go to Cologne. Right there. Just double check. Yeah. Improve with the Elector of Cologne. So as soon as we get them to like us more, and we are able to maintain this peace for a while, we'll be able to get like 0.04 extra imperial authority per like month, which might not sound much, but it's gonna make a difference of like half an authority in like a year and a half maybe, which is quite a lot. It's also gonna help us ensure that Cologne will be able to keep voting for us for a while. The house is currently very divided. Our emperor is still quite young. We should be able to hold on quite easily. We're swinging Saxony around slowly. We still are able to improve with them for quite a bit further. Everyone's currently either voting for themselves or someone else. Ideally, if we steal Saxony away, we get Bohemia on our side, which would basically secure a 3-person vote, which would be enough at this point. You can see how Austria is a very unique country to play. Oh, Poland is going to war with the Teutonic Order. Brandenburg is still at peace. That might mean that Poland will... Ooh. Albania was just fully annexed. We might have missed our opportunity to go to war with Venice for now. We should still be able to beat them, but ideally, you want to see Brandenburg gain occupation of Neumark. But that is not going to happen yet, apparently. Which is okay. Yeah, we might have... No, we'll be fine. Saxony likes us quite a bit already. We can still get higher with them. Consort marriage ties do help. Ooh. Why do you have... I'm not really married to you. But apparently we have consort marriage ties with them. Fair enough. The surrender of Maine! Time to teach them how to war! Lorraine has been... Ooh, Burgundy's ruler has been excommunicated. Interesting. Oh, we still have our plus 0.18, which is nice. Bohemia has decided that since they no longer have backing from anyone else, they'll vote for us. Great. We immediately start off with a bunch of bad events. We'll lose the stability. War of the Roses is happening in England. Oh dear. Looks like Aragon got an heir. Yeah, they did. That's a shame. Oh well, plenty of time left to gain their throne. Let's see. Still getting our 0.18. Cologne is about to like us at plus 100, which would mean a successful completion of this mission. We have to rein in northern Italy. Mainland parts of the Venetian area. So we would have to gain Brescia as well. Probably. No, only these 3. Okay. Then we'd also have to get Emilia Romagna. And central Italy. So Emilia Romagna basically means Romagna itself. We're gonna have to fight the Pope, probably. Which is bad. Very bad. Right, is that our mission done? That is our mission done. We are now up to 0.22 authority every month. And we can get another mission. Improve relations with Salzburg. I would like that, but I would also like to recover my negative stability. I don't want to spend any admin points on it yet, because I want to get technology so we can get ideas soon. That would be great. I'm gonna go for the mission to improve relations with Salzburg. Because Salzburg is right next door. And you know, we'll keep improving with Cologne. They support us a lot at the moment, which is nice. Oh, we're done with Saxony. Well, that makes for an easy choice then. We'll go and improve relations with Salzburg. Clergy's losing power, that happens. New monarchs are rising to power. We've got our dynasty firmly entrenched in Bohemia. The military ideas of Anna! God, that's a throwback to Rimworld almost. But yeah, we've got a Habsburg becoming heir of Hungary at some point. People are supporting their dynasty in Poland. We might have to look into that at some point. Oh well, not my concern for now. We can always do that later, once we get our diplomatic ideas up. Papal influence is slowly happening. We will vie for the control of the Curia. So we now have a 50% chance. I will invest more papal influence as we get more. We're currently getting 2 every year, which isn't bad. Venice has claimed one of our provinces. We are done improving relations with them. That's good. Currently improving with Salzburg. I'll probably go back to supporting the Palatinate, actually. Or at least improving with them for a while. Because we are gaining so much imperial authority, Palatinate has decided to swing back to voting for us. Oh no, they're backing themselves because of Mainz. That's alright. Let's improve relations with them anyway. As soon as we're done improving relations with Salzburg, we'll go back to Mainz. We currently have a 3-way tie, like 3 people are supporting the Palatinate total, 3 are supporting us, and then Brandenburg is off doing its own thing. That basically means we're doing alright for now. Positive rad. On monarch death, Habsburg. Good. Want that to keep being a thing. Prestige is slowly going up by default. Imperial authority is doing really well. I like this. The Emperor is now a zealot, will give us extra missionary strength. That's good, although it's a bit too early for that. We'll have religious turmoil later on in the game, but not yet. Ooh, currently have a lot of power projection, actually. Not good enough yet. Venice is now going to war with Ragusa over there. Oh dear. Hungary. I would like that PU soon. I'm really tempted to declare war on Venice as soon as we get a mission for it. Ragusa wants military access. I'm gonna decline, otherwise Venice will get access as well. Ah, a spy in Flanders Fields. Let's see, what is our navy looking like at the moment? I'll send you to protect trade, I guess. It doesn't really matter, because we don't have a lot of trade influence at the moment. We start off very weak in trade. Ooh, worship of the Virgin Mary. Reform desire would cause the religious turmoil to start earlier, but we get papal influence. I want the Pope to like me. So yeah, I also want to become the Curia controller. That would help us out tremendously in the early game. Later game, don't really care. Yeah, Navy, we can build like 2 more ships. I'm gonna build them. I would like some galleys. Ooh, Diplo reputation +1. Good. Build me them galleys. It's gonna take a lot of sailors away. We don't have a lot of sailors anyway. I really hope they do away with that mechanic at some point. Can we get a royal marriage with Castile going, I wonder? We can! They don't have an heir and they're 45 years old. On monarch death, a succession war between Aragon and France. I want to get in that. Although, we probably can't. We might be able to contest, actually, with France. Because they are a great power, so they have more development than us. I would wager we have more development than Aragon, even though they get a boost from having a PU over Naples. We'll recall you, because I don't care. Become the papal controller would get us tolerance for the true faith and extra papal influence. Conquer Franche Comte. I'm not sure where that is. Let's just hit the defined province. Franche-Comté, yeah, Burgundy. I don't want to conquer that, because the Burgundian inheritance cannot fire when you're at war with the Emperor. And we are the Emperor, so we're not going to fight Burgundy. I want to go out of my way to not conflict with him. We'll take the mission to become Papal Controller, I guess. Papal State's currently the Controller. If we take that mission, we get a lot of stuff. We'll go for Recover and Negative Stability. Why not? We can invest in Diplotech. We'll get ahead of time for 3 years, which will allow us to earn a bit more from trade. Also get rid of corruption passively. Getting rid of corruption is pretty nice. We have unlawful territory, right. Poland just took control of Neumark over here. So they now own land that does belong to the HRE. We can demand unlawful territory, but they're not going to give a damn about it. It will lose us one imperial authority to demand unlawful territory and have it be ignored. But it will debuff that province quite a bit. So we're going to do it anyway. Yeah, they would never accept. Because it's a Polish claim, they're not part of the empire. Province value, distance between borders, and they are very strong. We now have a CB to attack them over it, which we're not going to do. I'm not that suicidal yet. Not yet, anyway. Electorate is still solid for us, so that's good. We'll be able to get Curia, hopefully, at some point. Full annexation was just demanded by Venice again. There we go, get our admin tech. We can now build churches. It's not going to be quite enough, probably. Although, that said, if we build a church in Vienna, we can get a profit. Maybe. Yeah, increase monthly income by 0.23. Do we have enough to sit that out? Yeah, we probably do. Let's do it. You know, the less reliant we are on our... ooh, Renaissance. Damn. So, where did it fire? That is going to be very important for us. Oh my god, it appeared in Rome. It could have started up here, but no, it starts all the way down there. That is annoying. That's going to reduce the... it's going to increase the time it takes for us to get it, basically. Which is bad. Okay, we're now earning money. Good. But because we have the reliance on gold from our gold mine, we get 0.08% inflation per year, which is bad. Basically makes us pay a lot more for stuff, which I don't like. There's still internal peace. It's been going on for 6 years. That is incredible. We're in improved relations with some of the one province miners. They might go to war, so, you know, making sure they like us means we can enforce peace at some point. Enforcing peace is what it's all about. As the Emperor. That said, we're doing really well thus far. We're in the year 1451. Well, we don't have a PU over Hungary yet. We're in a good position to get it. Our navy is currently expanding, which means we'll have more of a chance of fighting Venice. Although, fighting Venice is going to be really hard as it is. Again, I really want to get a PU with Castile soon. Or at least get our dynasty on that throne, because if they then go for the choice to establish a PU over Aragon, we are able to get Aragon as well, by ways of personal union. There we go. 50% chance to become the next Curia controller. I like it. I think that'll do for now. And now the rest of our papal influence will go to other things, like making sure we have more stability and things like that. Speaking of which, we're still on low stability. I could boost it with 100 points, but I don't want to. I don't really... There's a lot of good events that can give it to us, but, you know, knowing our luck, we're never going to get it. Can I demand a minister from any of you? We can. Right. Level 2 theologian might not be a bad idea. Would get us a lot of extra admin points. We can send an emissary to the Pope. Oh, that's easy. Yeah, do that. Pope likes us a lot more now. Hey, that's better. Diplomat. Oh, I like you. We'll go for the 2-skilled diplomat. who's easier to employ. So otherwise... Where is he? Oh yeah, there you are. No. Seriously? Thought he would have been cheaper to employ. Is he not cheaper to employ? He is. Oh. Must be cheaper to hire then, rather than pay upkeep for. Or just has to tick over. Grant aid? Yeah. I'll eat the loan because I don't want to eat the admin. There we go, we've taken a loan of 86. Damn it. Where's the diplomat that we just got? Like, they're both identical. We could go for the Diplo rep guy, but eh. Our navy is currently at max strength. We have 5 galleys, which helps. Still, like, internal peace, which is great. I love it. Very happy with that. We're earning a bit of money, although not very much. I'll probably go to war with Venice, actually, just to get us a bit of income. Lucca is currently not interested in joining, so join me next episode as we go to war. Although, we'd have to get a CB. We'll start fabricating on them. We'll start spying, because they are a rival, you know? That speeds things up massively. We'll fabricate all the claims. I'll actually fabricate on Friuli, probably, because we want to start getting that Venetian coastline. We can even add it to the HRE for more Imperial authority. Oh. We're almost able to pass the Reichsreform, which will get us a free CB against Venice, because they own Imperial land. And it also makes stuff a lot easier to build, which is nice. I think we'll keep this at 50%. That'll be nice for us. Wait, you're both cheaper to employ? Apparently they are. Fair enough. Yeah, I would love a diplomat right now, although we don't have the income anymore. Anyway, I would like to thank you all for watching this first episode of the Habsburgian World Conquest, or whatever I'll end up calling it. I'll probably go for Habsburg World Conquest, just because it sounds amazing. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you like the series and like the idea of it, do leave a like down below and perhaps a comment letting me know how excited you are. Let me know that hype. You know, I think I'm able to pull off a world conquest. So we'll see. If you want to watch more EU4 but you are not yet subscribed to the channel, do hit that subscribe button to make sure you can watch the Habsburg World Conquest happen live. Until next time, have a good one, folks.